Hello, eager young minds! Ngayon ay nasa week 6 na tayo ng ating first quarter, kung saan ang ating topic ngayon ay multi-step problem solving involving whole numbers and decimals. Proceed agad tayo sa learning task 1. Okay, kung saan the instruction is to enumerate the 4 steps in solving simple problems. And here are the steps. First is you have to understand the problem. Second, you have to plan on how to solve the problem. Third, you have to solve or you have to carry out your plan. And then last, and the fourth is you have to check. In understanding, you have to know what is asked. Know what is asked from the problem. And then, minsan, sa problem natin, meron diyang mga hidden questions. Yung hidden questions, yun yung hindi directly nakastate sa problem pero kailangan natin isolve. So we need to know that. So alamin natin kung meron bang hidden questions sa problem. Okay. And after that, you have to write the given facts or the important details. So ano yung mga important details na nasa problem? Kailangan natin alamin yan. Okay. After that, you have to plan. Pagplanuhan, paano ko isolve ang problem? Ang unang gagawin is you have to know the operation or the operations that you're going to use to solve the problem. Minsan, dalawa, minsan tatlo, minsan isa lang. So you have to know the operations. And you have to devise a method. Paano ba? Ano bang method ang gagamitin ko sa pagsosolve nitong problem na to? Okay, alamin, minsan kailangan mong gumamit ng problem solve ng number sentence. Okay? Kailangan mong gumamit ng diagram, kailangan gumamit ng table, pwedeng mag-listing, at kung ano-ano pa. So napakaraming paraan ng pagsosolve ng problem. Dapat pinagpaplanuhan mo kung anong gagawin mo. And after that, you have to solve na. You have to carry out your plan. Okay, you have to show your solution. And then finally, you have to write the final answer. Okay. And lastly, syempre, meron ka ng final answer, you have to check na. Tama ba yung sagot ko? Ang sagot ko ba ay nagsasatisfy sa tinatanong dito sa problem na to? So you have to check that one. Check if your answer satisfies the problem. Okay, apply natin. Tingnan natin. Learning task 3. Problem number 2. Sarah works 8.5 hours per day. Okay? From Monday to Friday and 6.75 hours on Saturday. If she is paid 55 and 25 cents per hour, how much does she earn in a week? Again, makakatulong kung sa simula pa lang ay i-underline na natin yung important details. She works 8.5 hours per day. Okay, from Monday to Friday. Okay, 6.75 hours naman nung Sabado. At ang binabayad sa kanya ay 55 and 25 cents per hour. Okay. Siyempre, ang tinatanong ay kung magkano ang kinita niya in a week. Okay. First step, understand. Okay, intindihin natin. Alamin natin ano ang tinatanong. What is asked from the problem? So, in this problem, tinatanong magkano ang kinita niya in a week. So, what is asked is the amount that Sarah earns in a week. Pagkatapos, tingnan mo, meron bang hidden questions? Meron ba diyang kailangan sagutan pero hindi naman directly tinatanong? Analyze natin yung problem. 8.5 hours per day from Monday to Friday. Okay, Saturday, 6.75 hours. Okay, ngayon, alamin natin, ilang oras ba talaga siyang nagtrabaho from Monday to Friday? Okay? At ilang oras ba talaga siyang nagtrabaho sa loob ng isang linggo? Para malaman natin kung magkano ang kanyang kinita sa loob ng isang linggo. Okay? Kaya ang hidden question ngayon, okay, ay the total number of hours that she worked in a week. Alamin natin ilang oras ba siyang nagtrabaho talaga sa isang linggo. Okay, para malaman natin, masagutan natin kung magkano ang kanyang kinita. That is the hidden question. And then next, you have to write the given facts. What are the given facts? Important details. Ayan na. First, Sarah works 8.5 hours per day from Monday to Friday. Second, she worked 6.75 hours on Saturday. Ayan lang yan. Sa taas, naka-underline na. And then, that she is paid 55 and 25 cents per hour. Importante. Okay, okay na. Naintindihan na natin. Next step is you have to plan. You have to devise a plan. Una sa pagpaplano, alamin kung anong operation ang gagamitin. Dito, intindihan natin, 8.5 hours per day, Simula Monday hanggang Friday. So, ilang oras ba talaga from Monday to Friday? Ibig sabihin, itong 8.5 hours na to, i-multiply natin sa kung ilang araw ang Monday to Friday, which is 5. Monday hanggang Friday. So, ibig sabihin, gagamit tayo ng multiplication. Pagkatapos, ang total number of hours from Monday to Friday, idadagdagan natin ng 6.75 hours na trinabaho niya naman nung Sabado. So, gagamit tayo ng addition. Kung kaya naman, ang operation or operations na gagamitin natin sa problem na to ay multiplication and addition. Yung dalawa. Okay. And then, let us devise a plan or a method. Paano natin isosolve yung problem na to? Napakadami na, napakadaming paraan, hindi lang isa. Number sentence ba? Table ba? Diagram ba? Listing ba? In this particular case, gagamit tayo ng diagram. Subukan natin. So, ang hinahanap natin ay ang total earnings ni Sarah. Okay? Nagdo-drawing tayo ngayon. Okay. So, sabi natin, pagsasamahin lang natin ang kanyang number of hours muna nung Monday to Friday. Hindi pa natin alam yan. That is just 8.5 times 5. Okay? And then, yung kanya namang trinabaho nung Sabado. Okay? Kapag nakuha mo na yung total number of hours, i-multiply mo na ngayon yan sa 55 and 25. So, ganun lang yun. Ganun na. Ito na. Number of hours and then total number of hours times 55.25. Ayan na. May plano na tayo. Ngayon, we have to carry out our plan na. Next step, third step is you have to solve. So, ito yung plano natin. Isusolve na natin ngayon yan. Okay. First na alamin natin, ilang oras ba talaga ang Monday to Friday? Ilang oras ba siyang nagtrabaho for Monday to Friday? So, that is just 8.5 times 5. Okay. So, ayan lang yan. Monday to Friday, 8.5 times 5. Nandito sa kaliwa. Okay. Multiplication. 5 times 5, that is 25. Okay. And then, carry 2. So, 5 times 8, 40 plus 2, that is 42. So, the answer now is 425. Siyempre, isang decimal place, move ng isang place pakaliwa. So, the answer now is 42.25. So, the total number of hours from Monday to Friday is 42.25. Okay na. Alam na natin. Ito na. Nung Sabado naman ay 6.25. So, ang susunod na gagawin, pagsasamahin natin yan. So, we have to use addition na para makuha natin yung total number of hours. Okay. So, let us add the total number of hours. 42.5 and 6.75. Okay, addition. Sa addition ng decimals, we have to line up the decimal point. Okay, and then add. Empty decimal place, add 0. So, add mo lang yan. Okay, this is 5. Okay, and this is 2. Carry 1. This is 9. Okay, and then this is 4. Okay, so the answer now is 49.25. Bring down the decimal point lang. Okay, so alam na natin. Ito na, total number of hours is 49.25. Okay, ngayon, masusolve na natin. 49.25 times 55 and 25 cents. Ganoon na lang. Kuha mo na ngayon yung total earnings ni Sarah. Okay? So, try natin. Multiply natin. Total earnings is just 49.25 times 55 and 25. Okay. Multiply. In multiplying decimals, simula tayo lagi sa kanan. Okay? Simula dito, 5 times 5, tapos papunta sa kaliwa. Okay? And then, syempre, disregard the decimal point and then multiply like whole numbers lang. Okay, hindi ko na elaborate, ha? Okay, so that is 5 times 5 times 2 times 9 times 4. So, ito yung partial product. And then 2 times 5, 2 times 2, 2 times 9, 2 times 4. Ayan ang mga partial product nila. Okay, now this is now the product. 27, 21, 0, 6, 25. Pagkatapos yan, syempre, bilangin natin kung ilang decimal places meron sa ating factors. Dito ay 2, dito ay 2. So, ibig sabihin ay 4 na beses tayong mag-move pa kaliwa. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, the decimal point is here. Okay, kaya ang kinita ni Sarah, okay, sa loob ng isang linggo ay 2,721 and 625 10,000. So, the final answer now is the total earnings of Sarah is just 2,721 and 625 cents. Okay? Ngayon, tapos na. Nasolve na natin. Finally, let us check kung tama ang sagot. Okay. Sabi nga, pag-check, you have to ask yourself, does my answer satisfy the problem? What is asked? Okay. Yun ang tatanungin mo sarili mo. I-check natin. Okay. Nagsasatisfy ba ang aking sagot sa tinatanong? Okay. So, ang sagot natin, the total earnings of Sarah is 2,721 and 625. Okay? So, mukhang okay naman. Mukhang okay naman ang sagot natin. Pero, pwede pa natin talaga siyang i-check totally. Okay. We just have to write the equation. Ito. Total number of hours multiplied by kung magkano ang bayad sa kanya sa isang oras. So, ito ang sagot. Okay? And then, in checking, you just have to move back to work backwards lang. Okay? So, that is just 2,721 and 625. Since multiplication, ang operation natin dito, magiging siyang division. Okay? Kaya ang magiging problem natin ngayon para ma-check ay, ito na, divided by 55 and 25. Okay? Since ito ay hindi pa natin na-discuss, hindi ko na rin i-elaborate. Okay? Kaya ang sagot niyan ay 49.25. The quotient here should be equal to 49.25. Kapag parehas yan, you are now sure that your answer is correct. Okay? So, ganun lang. Next. Okay? Okay, tanong. Meron bang ibang paraan para ma-solve ang problem? Siyempre, of course, meron. Kasi nga sabi ko kanina, maraming paraan yan. Okay? Operation, ganun pa rin. Pag-analyze natin, ang operation natin, multiplication at saka addition. Of course, siyempre, pag advance ka na dito, pwede ka na ngayong magsulat ng number sentence and then you have to directly solve. The number sentence in this particular problem is ito. 55.25 multiplied by 8.5 times 5 plus 6.75 is equals to n. Kung saan ang n represents the earnings of Sarah in 1 week. Okay? So, ganun lang. So, maraming paraan. Hahanap ka lang kung anong mas madali para sa'yo. Okay, learning task 4 tayo. Create a simple word problem or problem using the given data. Kung kanina nag-solve tayo ng word problem, ngayon naman ay gagawa tayo ng sarili nating problema. Ang binigay lang sa atin dito ay mga important details. So number 1, binigay sa atin 80 pineapples at 15 and 25 each. And then 3 pineapple got rotten. Okay? And then, sold the rest at 20 pesos each. Tapos, amount of gain. So ito lang. Facts lang yung binigay sa atin. Okay? Meron daw 80 pineapples na 15.25 ang isa. 3 pineapple ay nabulok. Sold the rest. Binenta ang iba sa halagang 20 ang isa. Magkano kaya ang kinita? Okay. Based dito sa given data na to, i-create tayo ng sarili nating word problem. Okay. Sa pag-create ng word problem, pwede kang gumamit kahit anong pangalan ang gusto mo. Panahon na ngayon para gamitin mo ang pangalan ni Crush sa iyong word problem. Okay. So, ang binigay kong halimbawa dito ay ganito. So, ginamit ko yung given facts na to at ito ngayon ang word problem na nabuo. Juan bought 80 pineapples at 15 and 25 cents each. If 3 pineapples got rotten and he sold the rest to Pedro at 20 pesos each, how much did he gain? So, yun lang, no? So, si Juan ay bumili ng 80 pineapples sa halagang 15 and 25 ang bawat isa. 3 sa pineapple na yon ay nabulok at binenta niya ang natitira kay Pedro sa halagang 20 ang isa. Magkano kaya ang kinita ni Juan? Okay? So, this is now the word problem na nabuo dito. Again, pwedeng mag-iba ng sagot, pwedeng gumamit ng ibang pangalan, pwedeng mong i-rephrase yung question, nasa sayo yan. Okay? Basta naiintindihan siya. Okay? And then, isosolve mo na siya, of course. Okay? So, that is how you create a simple problem. Okay? Now, that's all for today. Sana may naintindihan kayo. Sana may natutunan kayo. And don't forget to subscribe.